What am I thinking? B-Day 200, happy birthday to me today here in Valletta, Malta or at Tagyeb 34 Sainar Garlija Horn Phil Valletta, Malta. Cheer 100.
Mayonnaise, such a cultured word. Relativity! Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello there, folks. I hope you're doing well, and welcome to Relativity DFIU edition, and... Hey, you do that, I do this. You know, it's how it works. That's how it works. Give and take, folks. Give and take. It really wasn't that good.
ITASH 10 tenths cheer 100.
10 tenths, and it really wasn't puzzle down. It was actually terrible. Can I do circular breathing? No, I can't do circular breathing full stop. I haven't learnt to do that, but it's certainly a thing that people can do. No notes, clearly. There weren't any notes. It was not a single note in there.
100.
Turns out I can gargle air. Text-to-speech probably can, and I can't. Thank you for the 100 bits, appreciate that, and welcome to you all. Yeah, there's not enough L. That's the thing. It's not gimmick infringement. I was on the I. I held the I of live rather than the L of live. So clearly, it's not gimmick infringement if I hold a different note. Anyway, I'm doing well tonight, and welcome to tonight's edition of Quiz Night, legally distinct, exactly. As JB has given me a shout out from over the pond, thank you very much for the shout out, JB, appreciate that. Yes, so tonight's edition of Relativity is a bit of a special one, and in fact, if you press the red button right now, can I shout back? I think I could probably shout back, actually. Here we go. There you go, I can shout back at you as well. So if you want to press the red button, you can go and watch the live director's commentary over on JB Henry XIV right now. Like, I can literally see his stream, and he's going to be doing all that, watching along, seeing how you all play tonight's edition. Thank you for the follow there, Slayer Light, so appreciate that, and welcome on in. Though if you are playing the game, you will need to interact over on my side of things. It won't work over in JB's channel. You will have to talk to me with my chat, unfortunately. Yeah, I know, you have to actually interact with me. How dare I know. Though there is Hackbox available, so you can just sort of log in on Hackbox and then float around on both streams if you want to do that. That's entirely up to you as well. In fact, Hackbox is probably the preferable way to play in tonight's edition of the game. So if you'd like to play, then enter in the following room code either on hackbox.ca, logged in with Twitch of course, or on Twitch as Whispers to Quizbot3000, or here in my public chat. And the room code is PCKL for tonight's game. PCKL. And hello, Sportsy with the 45. 5 months. I think I have this one. Bid on the question, and the players closest to the actual retail price without going over wins it. Maybe generously you can be over and still get it. Just DFIU. Just DFIU. You've certainly got that aspect of the game down, Sportsy, but the rest, unfortunately, I don't know, it sounds a bit like Price is Right rather than Relativity, but, I'm not that au fait with the US games. I think the 11 o'clock crew can certainly help out on that particular regard. But thank you very much for the 45 month there, Sportsy. Greatly appreciate that, and I hope you are doing well this evening. So yes, tonight's edition is a special from JB side of things, from the Dumpster Lounge. We've got a pack written by JB, Theory, and Danny, and thank you to Pokenuts for proofing tonight's edition of the game as well. And we're doing it as a tie-in to the Extra Life charity drive that JB is running all this weekend, doing lots of streams. That's why he's streaming right now.
Cheer 100 pickle.
Pickle. Okay, I'm not entirely certain where the pickles come from, but sure. I want a pickle now. I like pickles. Thank you for the 100-bit pickle, I guess. I was in the room code. It's a bit of a pickle. It is pickle, been disemboweled pickle. There you go. Yeah, entering the pickle. Sure. I didn't even notice that. But yes, it's all for Extra Life. JB's already shared the link in chat if you wish to donate towards the charity drive. There are a load of charity incentives for you to try and meet. Hello.
I sure hope this game won't be a bit of a PKL. Sorry, I couldn't. PKL.
You said it 2 different times, Sex of Speech. You said it 2 different times. Thank you for the 100
Next
bits.
game's room code's gonna be TRGD, isn't it?
TR
100.
I was going to say, where did the tier 100 come from? Normally that's at the beginning. Anyway, the next game, there's only the one game tonight, actually, Milk, due to scheduling snafu. I completely messed up on that front. But thank you for the 100 bits there, Milk. Appreciate that. Anyway, yes. If you can donate to the charity drive, the link has been provided from JB Henry in chat. And what's the next target in line? Let's have a look. The next one that hasn't been highlighted yet on the master post is crowd control at 1250. Let's have a look to see, is that done? Not sure. Wheel After Dark community night at 1500. JB getting pied in the face at 1750, I think, is one of the next ones. And then 2000, JB has to play 5 NES games all at once. So yes, the next target is 1750, and then 2000, and then lots more after that as well. So now we have AI-ish, says Alice. Yeah, that's a thing now.
Donate to Extra Life, not Afterlife. Oops.
Yeah. Don't donate to the afterlife. Well, I mean, donate to the afterlife for like funeral care, things like that, I guess. But Extra Life, that's the charity drive we're actually looking for in tonight's edition. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Matt. Though I would say, if you do have bits to spend, instead convert that into a charity donation directly to Extra Life. It's $1 better that way, rather than going to me and then having to work stuff out that way. Speaking of work stuff out that way, I made a bit of a deal with JB for
Cheer 100 Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Half-Life 3 confirmed. Don't know about that. But thank you for the 100 bits. There was a bit of a deal struck with this pack. JB is aware of it, though he isn't actually aware of the value that I've actually set for it. But I will say that right now. When we get into sort of the meat and potatoes of this game, that's rounds 2, 3, and 4, where you actually have to make guesstimations. If you can get bullseye guesses, then I'm going to be donating $20 to Extra Life for each bullseye guess. So yes, if multiple of you get the correct answer, I am donating multiple times in that case. And that is from round 2 all the way through to the end. Round 1, it's a bit easy getting bullseye guesses because it's a 1 in 3. I'm not going to pay out for those. But from round 2 onwards, for every bullseye guess that you can proffer, not like that, Bruce, as in exactly on the nose what we're expecting to the nearest integer, then I will donate $20 Extra Life for each of those that you can hit. What's the limit on the credit card? Not nearly as high as I'd like it, given I have to also sort out payment of things for Quiz Night Live 2. That's happening in 3 weeks' time. Oh god, it's just all happening right now. But anyway, that is what's on the line on my side of things for tonight, is $20 Extra Life for each bullseye guess that you can get out there. More than everything, though, do enjoy tonight's game of Quiz Night. Of relativity specifically. Enjoy all the questions, enjoy the content, and do give JB some love as well over on his side of things while we do play through all of this. And then I'll be over on his side tomorrow during the stream, doing an edition of Wipeout as well that you may also want to tune in for. Ramsey's been in contact with me with constructing that game, and there's some lovely boards in Wipeout tomorrow over on JB's stream. Not entirely certain exactly when it is. I know we arranged a time, but that may also be in flux. So best thing to do is tune into the entire stream and watch it all. There you go, JB. There's a perfect plug for you. Right, I think we should start out with the game tonight, because it is anytime entry. If you do join in late, it's fine. You can still join in after the fact. So, are we all ready? Shall we play tonight's edition of DFIU-tivity as Silent Breen heads in before we make the master launch? I think so. We shall go. Here we go. And launch! God, I need a drink now. It's weird. I'm seeing my stream in 3 different ways right now. I'm seeing live. I'm seeing my stream. as live from Twitch, and I'm seeing JB's stream of me as live. It's really weird. Anyway, round number 1 is general relativity. Let's take that music down a little. It's a bit too loud. In round number 1, I will give you a statement about a number. However, that number may not necessarily be correct. It's your job to identify whether that number should be lower, equal, or higher. On Hackbox, you will have big buttons to pick, and you just select the one that you think is correct. If you are right, you get points. On Twitch, you can say lower, equal, higher, use the less than symbol, equal symbol, greater than symbol, anything like that. Send as a whisper to QuizBot3000. That is how this game goes for round number 1. Just correct the statement, whether it is a lower, equal, or higher number than what we initially offer. If you're all ready, good luck. Here comes your first statement to consider. Back in September, a still life oil painting of a Smucker's Uncrustable sold for $6,900 US. Lower, equal, higher. Nice. It begins. The numbers game begins. From the get-go, on statement number 1, we already have a nice. How many PS5 Pros is that? Not many. Let's put it that way, not many. Don't say that number or that one challenge. Well, I think we're going to be failing very, very frequently in tonight's edition shapes, but we'll see. Let's have a look. The Z. Where you gone? Ooh, okay. 9 say that is the correct total. 12 believe it was lower than $6,900 US. 19 though believe it was more than $6,900 US. Well, I can tell you that the correct value of this still life oil painting of a Smucker's Uncrustable sold just under $5,000 US at $4,999. Because of course it did. Noah Verrier's 8x10 realist oil painting of a peanut butter and jelly Uncrustable sold on eBay for $4,999 US after it went viral on social media. Similar works on Noah's include single cans of beer, a McDonald's Happy Meal, and a large glass of red wine with dino chicken nuggies. Thanks for that, Danny. It's a lovely question, that. Nothing else to say on that, but yes, well done to 12 going the right way. Just 30% of you did say lower than 6,900. Means you get 500 points for giving me the correct answer of lower. Is it a US version of Greg's? Says Proogs. I actually don't know, but it's a peanut butter and jelly Uncrustable. That is what the Uncrustable was. Okay, going to move on to statement number 2 and have a look at this. Balatro creator Local Funk tweeted on the 9th of November that people have played the game for a collective of over 9,000 years. Q Scout have been crushed. Lower, equal, or higher? Now here's the eternal question. Is it Balatro or Balatro? 9th of October. Did I say November? Did I correct it and say November? 9th of October. Clearly I've got November on the brain if I did. Is it Balatro or Balatro? That's the real question.
Cheer 100, it's Balatro.
It's that. Thank you, Dev. I will keep saying it's Balatro. That's just how I would say it is Balatro. But I know that the official pronunciation should be Balatro. It's just. Welcome to the English language. And Silent Marine, you don't need to give me that kind of insider information. I already know that fact. GIF! Thanks, Ape. Let's slide that up and see what you have gone for. Let's see where you've gone. Okay, only 6 believe lower than 9,000 years collectively played on Balatro. 14 say equal, and 22 say more than over 9,000 years collectively played on Balatro since its release. Well, let's find out, shall we? The correct answer is... it is more at 11,000 years 11,000 years. It's over 9,000. What? 9,000? No, it is. It is over 9,000. 11,000 years collectively played on Balatro so far as of the 9th of October. Which is crazy. With the addition of the game on mobile, Switch players aren't the only ones who can play on the toilet. Yes, hi, that's me. 22 went the right way. Just 52% of you went the right way, getting 500 points for that. So, well done. Okay, 4 more statements in the round. This is the Mob JB, most JB quiz pack, I'm going to presume is what you meant to say there, Nodagat. But, well, we've only just started. Let's put it that way. And let's continue on to statement number 3. There are just over 34 quintillion possible position combinations of a Rubik's Cube. Lower or equal higher, and I presume we are going for a standard 3x3 Rubik's Cube, because I know there are 2x2s, 4x4s, and, well, as many as you wish, I suppose. It's even a Rubik's clock as well. That's a different thing. And then I'm being pinged on Discord. What am I being pinged for? Oh, okay. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, JB. Let's have a look to see where you've all gone. Jake could solve a 1x1 Rubik's Cube. How long does it take you to solve? How long does it take you to solve, Jake? 25 say that is about the right number of possible combinations. 10 believe there are fewer than 34 quintillion, and 6 believe there are more than 34 quintillion possible combinations of a standard 3x3 Rubik's Cube. And the rest of JB.
Cheer 100.
Modest Donga Club represent. Thanks. It's rather modest, I suppose. Yes, thank you for the 100 bits there, JB. Appreciate. Yeah, we had to put this question here because I didn't want to recode the game in special relativity to handle that many digits. Yeah, something about nobody would think into the quintillion range. But is it 34? Lower than 34? Greater than 34?
Pride 100, but Dwayne Wade still asks, can you beat the cube?
Can you beat the cube? Well, I could certainly beat a Rubik's Cube. It takes me about 40 to 50 seconds to do so, though I am well out of practice and haven't done it in ages. I'll need to get it out again at some point. But anyway, possible combinations of a Rubik's Cube is just over 43 quintillion possible position combinations. Not 34, 43 quintillion. Because that extra 9 quintillion matters. The extra 9 quintillion positions matter. So only 6 went the right way there. I can see Topper, Demand Man. Can't see who that one is in the middle there. We've got Kenda. We've got SB. Oh, there. Flyboy and Oren. It is Kenda. That was the other one I couldn't see. So just 6 went the right way, getting 500 points for just 500 points for 43 quintillion possible combinations. You know, that's just how it goes. You just split that up, and well, it's like 0.00000000001 point per possible combination. Anyway, we're going to continue on to statement number 4. Just peel the stickers off and put them back on. Oh, lazy BBQ. Though it is a great way of ruining someone's day if you just swap 2 stickers around to make it an invalid Rubik's Cube. Oh, they'd be furious all day. Anyway, question number 4, statement number 4. Have a look at this. The word fuck is uttered in the film The Big Lebowski 260 times. Lower, equal, or higher? The F word is uttered in the film The Big Lebowski 260 times. Make Ash say rude things. Yes, because it's literally in the question. Tee-hee, it says big. Let's have a look to see where you've all gone. Ooh, okay. So, 14 believe lower than 260 times, fewer than 260 times specifically. 19 believe that is the right number of times that the word fuck is uttered in the film. And 9 believe there are more than 260 fucks given in The Big Lebowski. Anything else? I have to read that afterwards. Okay. Well, the correct answer we're looking for here is exactly 260 times that the word fuck is uttered in the film The Big Lebowski. If you picked higher or lower, mark it 0. Thank you very much for that little bit, JB. And additional notes from Poker. I've just noticed there are additional proofing notes I've just been neglecting, sorry. With a runtime of 117 minutes, that's a rate of 2.4 fucks per minute, which is a great way to disappoint whoever you're getting intimate with. Jesus Christ. He's even written the buzz in. He even wrote the buzz in at the end of that proofing note. Bloody hell, Poker. Anyway, 19 went the right way. 45% of you went the right way, getting 500 points. So thank you very much for that, and congratulations to you. Also, I've just noticed there's another person joining the Google Sheet. Normally I've got Poker in the Google Sheet. Dillagaff, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, normally I have Poker Nuts floating in the Google Sheet, just marking the way as we go on. But I also see Kurt's there as well. Theory, what are you doing in the sheet? What are you doing in the sheet, Theory? Anyway, we'll continue on. Statement number 5 of 6 is the following. Oh, it's a long one. Daddy talks smack, and now JB has to go to Roanoke, Virginia to fight him. Yes, it's this question again. But since JB moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it's a different distance. In fact, it's 666 miles from JB to Danny so that they can fight. Lower equal higher now. Ah, fair enough, Theory. That there is times. Yes, it's the same question, but also different because the circumstances have changed. We're now going from Roanoke, Virginia, all the way to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's the distance in question. Let's have a look to see where you've gone. Okay, so 20 of you, exactly half of our playing base, say that it is a shorter distance than 666 miles. 5 say that is the right distance, and 15 say it is a greater distance than 666 miles. Well, I can tell you the correct answer is... it is greater, 763 miles, so 97 miles extra, or something like that, from what we initially offered in the statement. Yes, the distance between Roanoke, Virginia and Milwaukee, Wisconsin is 763 miles, which is, well, in UK terms that's a long distance. In US terms that's a short distance. It's just how it goes. And nothing else for me to say on that. Well done to 15 of you going the right way, 37%, getting 500 points for that. Oh, you just had a fight in Columbus at DRMC. Fair enough, and JB won, so that resolves that issue, I suppose. So he says, oh, it's a bit of hearsay, I gather. Okay. In grinder terms, it's, can you make tomorrow? Thanks for that, Shapes. Okay, last statement of the round. Let's have a look at this one. Including vacancies, oh, thanks, Itogi, the number of times the WCW World Heavyweight Championship changed hands in 2000 was 13 times. Lower or equal or higher? There's your wrestling question. Including vacancies, the number of times the WCW World Heavyweight Championship changed hands in 2000 was 13 times. Wrestling, we love it, says Puzzle Dan. Well, let's see. If you do love it, did you get it right? Where did you go? So we've got 13 going lower, 17 saying equal, and 10 going higher.
100.
It's hearsay, pure and simple.
It's hearsay, pure and simple. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Matt. Appreciate it. This is probably the most even splits that we've had this entire round. 17 saying that is the right number, 13 fewer than 13 times, and 10 greater than 13 times. Including vacancies, the number of times the WCW World Heavyweight Championship changed hands in 2000 was pretty much double. 25 times it changed. It was a wild time for the final calendar year of World Championship Wrestling, including 6 vacancies. The WCW title bounced around 10 different wrestlers. Almost 75% of the changes happened within the first 6 months. And then the other 6 months, we just did like 25% of those. That's ridiculous anyway. So yeah. The year 2000 was a wild year for WCW World Heavyweight Championship Wrestling. Well done to 10 going the right way. A quarter of you went the right way for 500. And that is the end of the round. Shall we have a look at the scores? I think we shall. We have 42 players in the game right now. Unfortunately, Colin and Otogi yet to get off the mark, but everybody else has got some score, and you've got plenty of opportunity to get some points in round 2 and 3. No one on a perfect game. The best we have is AB, me, Alice, Proogs, and SJ, with 4 of 6 correct in the first round, getting 2,000 points for that. We've got a load of players in 5th place there with 1,500, quite a few in 15th place, and a few in 27th place as well, all tied down, going all the way down to, unfortunately, Colin and Otogi. But plenty of time to rectify that situation and get loads more points as we go on into round 2, which we call ranged relativity. So in this round, we will give you a question. The answer will be a number, a whole number. You need to give me your best guess, your best reckon as to what the answer is. The closer you are, the more points you get, with getting it on the nose as a bullseye guess up to 1,000 points for that. Whoever gives me the worst guess, the guess furthest away from the answer, they will get 0. And yes, as a reminder, the the incentive is now active. For every bullseye guess that you get from this point onwards in the game will be worth $20 to Extra Life. So, wishing you all the best of luck here, folks. Shall we start off with question number 1? I think we shall. Good luck. Get those sliders at the ready. Andrew Desjardins is only one of the 4 NHL players to have what number on his hockey sweater? Answer between 0 and 99. Andrew Desjardins is only one of 4 NHL players to have what number on his hockey sweater? Yes, they're called sweaters. I've made a huge mistake, says Dev. Well, let's have a look, shall we? Seen quite a few on a certain number. Yeah, there you go. So we've got 3 players that have gone with like the 00. That's an interesting choice. We've also got Oregon Dragon with a single digit 1, Alice with 21. We've got 3 players on the 42. We've got Drahuska on 66, Swartzy on 68, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 players. 16 players on 69. Goodness me. Then we've got Shapes on 71, Woollyback 81. Biggest guesses we've got is Tyson, Natter, Opsy, and Dev on 99. 16 times 20 equals question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, you're all presuming that JB is right to type here, and it's definitely going to be a nice number. Let's find out, shall we? Andrew Desjardins, what's your number? Well, that's $320 to Extra Life, isn't it? Proper cash money there. You're so fucking predictable. So congratulations to all the players with the bullseye guess, all getting 1,000 points to that, and instantly achieving $320 for Extra Life, just like that as well. Goodness me. Now, with full transparency, I knew this question was here, and JB even said this was going to be quite a predictable question. So don't worry about that being quite a substantial hit. It was slightly higher than I was expecting, must be said, but it's still, within reasonable terms that I can handle, so don't worry about that. Yeah, I was just refraining. I was refraining, JB. It's fine. But anyway, that's $320 for now. Could also add more to that later on. But well done to all the players with the 69 guesses. Nice. Worst guess, unfortunately, Milk like Ralph and Flyboy all the way at the 0, 1s and 0, 0 end, unfortunately. Too far away and getting absolutely nothing for that. And that is that. Guess who lost a bet for $320? It's not really. It wasn't really. I didn't lose a bet. It was just I knew it was going to happen. That's the thing. It's kind of I knew it was going to happen. So it's not really losing a bet, is it? In that case. Anyway, it's still active for the rest of the game. You can still add some more to that bank. Let's continue on. Question number 2. Have a look at this. You know, Ash here hosts all these games and lets people write, but nobody's written a question about him. According to TwitchTracker.com, how many hours has our favourite Dota streamed as of 19th of November 2024? Answer between 0 and 2569. According to TwitchTracker.com, how many hours have I streamed as of the 19th of November 2024? October. I keep correcting it again. I just have November on the mind. October. I just have November on the mind because everything's happening in November. October. 19th of October 2024. Oh, goodness me. Well, upshot is at least everyone didn't go for the same answer in the last question. Well, if you did, you'd be dead wrong. Anyway, what was the thing that got deleted? So once again, Nick and Dom strike another blow for quality children's tale. Jesus Christ. Let's have a look. 0, you all gone. Okay, so we've got Sportsy with 134, Puzzle with 888, and Silver Electron with 999. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players with 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. 1269 from Ian Dominic. 1500s from Ralph Only in BC, 1666 from Jahuska, 1777 from Matt, 2009 from Shapes, 2158 from Dev, 2569 from Flyboy, all the way up at the top end as well. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 players to go for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, 19th of October is quite specific here because it definitely wouldn't have worked at any other time. JB did send me the proof of this, and I will. Well, I mean, you'll see what the answer is, but JB did send me proof of this. Literally screenshotted what was on TwitchTracker.com when he was writing the question. And well, the correct answer is. 1569. Nice. Brian, it's another bullseye guess. There's another $20 to Extra Life on top. That makes that $340 right now in total. Goodness me. Well done, Brian, for the bullseye guess, getting the full 1,000. Demand off by a few, getting 995 points. Then you got Ralph and Oni and BC with their 1,500 guesses, I think, on 952 points apiece. All the way down to Sportsy. Unfortunately, your guess was too far away, getting absolutely nothing for this. And yeah, it just happened to be 1569 because of course it did. Of course it did when you looked at it. But your screenshot is like, yeah, well, it's there. Can't deny it. But yeah, 1569. Well done if you got that. Oh boy. Well then. You're doing well on the old bet front, aren't you? $340 to Extra Life. Any more? Let's continue on. Question number 3. Let's get Imperial. How many pennies are in a pound? No, stop, you silly Brits. We're talking freedom units in this case. Mass. How many whole US pennies would it take to tip the scales over £1? Answer between 1 and 256. Last 2 seconds. And that there is time. How many pennies are in a imperial pound? You don't deal in fake currency like dollary doos. I'm expecting a Pokenuts to make an appearance anytime now. Let's have a look to see where you've all gone. Some very tight guesses around another significant number and another significant number. BC's our lowest guess with 40. With Jake on 49, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the 69 guess. We've got CJ on 98, we've got Deman and Nitogi on 99, Drahuska and Matt on 100. We've got how many on 169? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 169. We've got 3 on 170. Colin's gone with 198, Poznan with 200. Biggest guess we've got is Tyson on 240. Oh, God. Could be looking at some other big banks here. No, correct answer? Now this time you dodged it. It is 182 pennies required to get to over £1. Oren was the closest with 174. Getting 944 points for that guess. Then it was Shapes and Shadow and Silent Marine getting 915 points. And then Vixen, Paulista, Abby, Oni, Alice, Sportsy with their 169 guess, I think it was. Next best getting 908 points for that. Yes, while it would take 181.44 pennies to get to £1, we don't destroy currency. So 182 would be required to actually get over £1 and tip those scales. So in this case, we actually had a round up rather than just round to the nearest integer situation. And extra information from Poker: the current copper-plated zinc cent issued since 1982 weighs 2.5 grams, while the previous 95% copper cent still found circulation weighed in at 3.11 grams. So there you go. There's some more information for you. And 182 was the correct answer. Sort of in the middle of nowhere there between guesses. Oren was our best guess. Okay. And from freedom to, well, I mean, question number 4 says it straight up. More freedom! A scorigami is a unique final score that has happened in the NFL. How many of these have happened in the league's history as of the 13th of October 2024? I said October. Answer between 222 and 2222. October. A scorigami is a unique final score that has happened in the NFL. How many of these have happened in the league's history as of 13th of October 2024? Thanks for the pronunciation guide, Nate. Appreciate it. It's between 222 and 2222. But how many twos are in the right answer? That's the real question. 222 or 2222? 2. It's just 2. Let's see where you've all gone. Lowest guess we've got is Opsy with 317 and Milk on 320. We've got Oni with 444. We've got Matt and SJ on 690. Sidario with 800. Silver Electron with 900. Shadow and AV Me and Brian with 1,000 straight up. Alice and Collins go with 1069. Drahuska and Poznan with all the ones. Carquist with 1221. TV Polska with 1222. Ian Dominic and Flyboy with the 1234. Proves with the 1266. Vixen with the 1360. And we've got 4 players at the end. Have gone with the 1569 again, thinking it's going to strike twice. Ralph, BC, Tyson, and Pyro Pygmy going for 1569. It's not 1569. It's not going to be that. There are no repeat answers as far as I'm aware. But let's see. Are you close enough? No, sort of in the middle there on 1087. Manic off by 3. But it's not a bullseye, so nothing added to the bank on that. But you get 996 points added to your total. Solar Espion was next best, getting 983. Then Alice and Colin, third best, getting 977 points for the guess. Nearest to 1,087. Yes, as of October the 13th, there have been 1,087 unique final scores in NFL history. And poker also proving that it's still holding true as of November the 4th as well. It's still 1,087. Nothing has scorigamied since. Well done to Manic with the best guess. Unfortunately, Opsy, your guess was too far away, getting absolutely nothing. One final question in this round, and then we'll go to the leaderboard for an update. Let's have a look to see what's question number 5 got in store for us. Even more freedom! According to burgerdudes.se, what percentage of the list of their 25 best burgers in the world are American? Answer between 0 and 100%. So you've got a 1 in 101 chance here. According to burgerdudes.se, what percentage of the list of their 25 best burgers in the world are American? Now, I said there's a 1 in 101 chance, but actually there isn't. Because you're actually picking something divisible by 4, Jake. Yes, because there are 25 best burgers in the world, unless for some reason they go dividing not on divisible by 4. So, it is a little bit interesting. Nothing. Let's see who read the question properly, or who's just decided to split it down the middle on some of these numbers. We do have some splits, actually. Quite a lot of splits, actually. Tyson is on 0. Just gone with nothing. Entirely nothing. Alice with 5. BC Improved on 13. Oren on 19. We've got 2 on 20. We've got Pollister on 40. We've got Ian... Oh, how many on 42? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 42. We've got Miss Vertigo and Puzzdown down the middle on 50%. How many on 69? Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on 69. And biggest guess we've got is Opsy on 100%. So, actually, not many that are necessarily on a divisible by 4 route here, but, I mean, whatever works, I guess. They're Swedish. 24 is Swedish, 1 is Danish. So nothing then, only, is what you're saying? Let's see. The correct answer is... 40%. Paulister! You get yourself a bullseye guess, getting the full 1,000 points in the process as well. Oh, makes that $360 now in the bank to Extra Life. Very well done. Yes, the USA has a total of 10 burgers out of the 25 on the list, the most by any singular nation. England comes in second with 4 on the list. Spain and Sweden come in joint third place with 3 each on the list. However, Spain has what is voted as the best burger in the world from 100 burgers in Valencia even, and Madrid. Their singular burger features 60-day dry-aged beef, cheddar cheese, crispy bacon, caramelized onions, barbecue sauce, and a camembert cream sandwiched between a freshly baked bun that's a fusion between brioche and milk bread. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Except not the camembert cream, I'm afraid. I'll skip that part. But well done to Paulister on the bullseye guess, getting the full 1,000 for getting 40% straight up. A lot of players getting with the 42%, getting 967 points, and then Jake was next best with 933. Opsy, unfortunately, your guess was too far away, getting absolutely nothing there with your 100% guess, so you're very, very assured of the Americans' ability to make a good beef burger. But Paulister adding another $20 to Extra Life makes that 360. And that is the end of round number 2. Let's have a look at the scores. I'm really stuttering tonight. AB Me in the lead on 6,341 points. Then it's Shannamain in second on 6,042. Solar Espion in third place, 58.12. Cart Quiz in fourth place on 55.42. Oni in fifth, 54.92. And Proogs is still in the top 6 right now, 54.35. Now remember, at the end of the next round, only the top 6 will qualify for special relativity to get bonus doots. So just be aware of that fact, though. Everyone all the way down to and including 43rd place Topper 1 Gaming, you are all still able to claw enough points back to get into first place. Anything is possible. There are a finite number of possibilities, but everything and anything is indeed possible in this final main round. So, let's go over to round number 3, which is social relativity. And it's much like the same as before, we rinse and repeat. I ask you a question, you give me a numerical response. But then, we will split you up into 3 equally sized groups. Only the group containing the correct answer will score points, with a minimum of 500 for being in the scoring zone, a maximum of 1,500 if you can hit the answer on the nose with another bullseye guess. You can be just one away from the correct answer and score absolutely nothing in that case. So it is possible, though we've not seen anything as cruel as that. We've had very close to it, but it is possible. Good luck. Here comes your first question in social relativity. Previously in relativity, everyone seemed to know that the record score for Pac-Man is 3,333,360. But according to twingalaxies.com, what's the current record score for Ms. Pac-Man? Arcade cabinet, factory setting speed. Answer between 0 and 5 million. What is the current record score for Ms. Pac-Man, arcade cabinet, factory settings speed? Just love how specific speedrun and score run titles are these days. Slider mode engage, Ash, says Puzzledam. I sure hope it's higher than 0, says Tataru. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a case of not a number, as in there isn't a record set for that right now. So there definitely is a number here to find. Let's have a look to see where you've all gone. Okay, so lowest guess we've got is Natter with 450,000, and then we're straight into the millions. Alice with 1 million, Solar Espion with 1.2, Cart Quiz with the digits ascending, Prugg with the 2,112,994, sure. We've got Silent Marie with 2.5 million. Jake's doing the 2569 spreader pass a bit. Brian's just doing 2569569, 2659498. We're just getting all sorts of weird numbers. I see what you're doing there, folks. 3,333,360. Clearly it's a trap. 4 players have gone that way. AB Me is playing the meta, going 1 point extra. Dragon with a 3.5 mil. Biggest guesses we've got Demand with all the 4s and Ralph with 4,653,920. Well, let's split you up into 3 equally sized groups by population count. And, well, we do have an edge case to consider. Blue is from 0 up to and including 2,682,273. Green is from that up to and including 3,696,969, means Paulista and Vixen. You are on the edge between green and red. If the correct answer is in either of those regions, then you will be scoring some points. And then red is from the 3,696,969 all the way up to 5 million. Edging? None of your business. Let's see. Correct answer is... all way off. Blue Zone claims it. 933,580. Alice was our closest, going just for 1 million, getting 1,462 points for that. Then it's SB getting 1346, and Cart Quiz Woke Quiz getting 1326, all the way down to TVP8 Polska getting 500 points, being pretty far away at 2.5 million's worth, but still in the correctly scoring zone, and that is what matters. Yes, this is currently held by Abner Ashman, set in April of 2006. Thank you very much for that question, Theory. And yeah, significantly smaller than the Pac-Man score for the Ms. Pac-Man record instead. Blue Zone scores, everybody else getting absolutely nothing. And Natter's typo worked. It scored you some points. Well, there you go. Sometimes you do get a little happy accidents. Just how it goes. Okay. Oh, this is a number, isn't it? Question number 2, and I'm fully expecting people to use full range of the slider here. Have a look at this. The first occurrence of 2569 in pi begins at what decimal position? Answer between 6969 and 42,000. Fully expecting people to just use the slider and just go, yeah, probably that. NASA and BC try again. You probably BC's been claimed back. That's fine. And NASA's back. And Dev just getting in time. This is my favourite question ever, says JB. Yes, the 2569 does indeed exist in pi. Technically, it exists in pi infinitely many times. Although, actually, no, because we haven't actually proven the irrationality of pi yet, have we? We think it's irrational, but I don't think it's proven that it's irrational. If it is irrational in that case, then there are an infinite number of 2569s, but I don't think it's proven that yet, so I don't think I can say for certain, but there probably is. Let's see. Where do you think the 2569 exists? For the first time, at least. Lowest guess is Chrono with 72.75, Opsy with 82.75, and Tyson with 84.67. We've just got all sorts of numbers here. BC with 20,000, Manic going one under that with 19,999, Miss Vertigo with all the twos. We've got 25.069 from Paulister and Colin. We've got a 25.69.0 from Tadaru, Vixen, Brian, and Jake. Biggest guess we've got is Alice with 36.969. Let's have a look to see where you've all gone with the ranges. No edge cases to consider this time round. Blue up to 17,986. Green from that up to 25,147. And then red from that up to the 40,000. Oh, it is actually proven properly irrational. What number is it I was thinking of then that is it's not necessarily known to be irrational, but we think it's irrational? I can't remember. I don't do maths at that significant of a level. I just like, pi's a thing, we'll go with it. I use pi a lot to like 12 digits. Don't need to know it any further than about 12 digits worth because, well, floating point just loses precision at that point. E! No, wait, that's Balatro. That's completely different when we're dealing with E's. Let's see what the correct answer is. Blue zone again. No one getting it exactly. 7,418 was the correct answer. And you all stay in the same order. Chrono was our closest guess, getting 1,485 points for that guess. And then it's Opsy with 1410 and Tyson with 1390. Yeah, very, very low answer there in the blue zone. 7,418th place is the first occurrence of 2569. So pretty early on, honestly, in the lifetime of the pi digits. It's pretty early on in the mile of pi. So yeah, and the trivia, in fact, that I have here is, yup. So yeah, now you know that 7418 is going to be a new magic number probably in Wheel After Dark. Now it's been coined here, but you're welcome, JP. No one getting it exact, but the blue zone scoring all the way up to and including Demand getting 500 points. Everybody else getting nothing. Okay, 3 more questions to go. And it's time for a bit of jeopardy to be added into proceedings here. Question number 3. What's your sign? Patrick Pearce holds the record for worst final score in the history of Jeopardy. How bad was his score? Answer between negative 10,000 and 69. Patrick Pearce holds the record for worst final score in the history of Jeopardy. How bad was his score? Between negative 10,000 and 69. Nice. TV quiz be hard. Well, let's see. Where are you all guessing? Lowest guess is TVP8 Polska with less than negative 9,001. Under negative 9,000 with that guess. Jake with negative 8,200. Ralph and Dev with negative 8,000. Alice and Oren with negative 7,200. Solar Recipe with negative 7k. We've got a negative 6,999, negative 6,969, negative 6k, negative 5,976, negative 5,200, negative 5,000, negative 4,200, negative 2,800. All the way up to and including Shapes, who've just gone for a goose egg 0 as the lowest score, or at least just securing a certain position in a certain scoring zone. As we apply said zones, we have some edge cases to consider. Blue is from negative 10,000 up to and including negative 6,969. Green is from that up to negative 4,800. No one is on that edge, but we do have Paulus Brian and Miss Vertigo on the edge of the negative 6,969. And then red from negative 4,800 all the way up to 69. Nice. Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so credit to Patrick here for going all in here and going for it. And the record for worst score in the history of Jeopardy is... negative $7,400. Demand a Man off by $101, getting 1,437 points for your guess. Then it was CJ, 1,413 points for that, and then Alice and Oren, third best, getting 1,375 points for your guess. Blue Zone claims it once again. Yeah, Blue Zone claims it. Negative $7,400 was the correct answer. All those in the green and red, though, of course, excluding those on the edge on blue and green, they still get some points. But those solely in green and red getting absolutely nothing. Are we going to escape the blue zone anytime soon, folks? This is kind of embarrassing, honestly, that we're not scoring anything green and red. Normally, we don't score anything in blue. We kind of always avoid the low range, but that's 3 times in a row now that we've gone blue. Surely now it's time to go a bit higher than the blue zone. Question number 4. Have a look at this. JB has a hand in his pack, so of course it's time for a Magic the Gathering question. What was the audience size of the largest ever attended magic show? Answer between 4,200 and 42,000. It's a gathering for magic. It's a gathering for magic. I'll say it that way round. The fact that that magic is not capitalized later on means this is just your old bog standard magic show, not a magic show. Okay? At least that's how I understand it. Yes, a gathering for magic, not Magic the Gathering. Between 4,200 and 42,000, what do you reckon? Okay, we've got Flyboy. Just going for the lower level means they are secure where they are. Go Google! Would you please not listen in? Hang on.
Or a fictional scenario. Without more information, it's difficult to provide a definitive answer. However, here are some possible interpretations. Game context, tactical strategy. In games like Invincible, the phrase going for the lower level might refer to a strategic move where a character retreats to a more secure location. This could indicate that the character, Flyboy, believes the current location is compromised or dangerous. Power dynamics.
I don't know what you're even on about, Google. What are you talking?
Their dominance or control by choosing to move to a
I don't know what you even picked up on. Just clearly picked up on something as I was reading. Like Flyboy has 4,200 as securing their position at the lower level. Continuing on, Kart Quiz 8800, Suyu 16,000, Brian Allison Silver Electron 20k, 23456 for a Togen Demandaman 25,000 should I say for Ralph, 2569 0 for Ian Dominic, Tadaro, Jake and Sportsy, 30,000 for Dragon. 30,069 for Paulus, Vixen, Matt and Colin. All the threes for Mr. Vertigo, and 42,000 all the way at the top for BC, again secure in their position in the range. Now we can split you up into 3 equally sized groups. Bloody hellfire, that's a big blue zone. Blue is all the way from 4,200 up to 23,456. It could be another bloody blue score here. Itogian Demand, you are on the edge between blue and green, so you will score if it is in either. Green from 23,456 up to 30,040. No one on the edge there, but it is between Manic on the green side, Oren on the red side, 30,040 all the way up to the maximum, 42,000 for the red zone. The blue zone's like half this slide, so it could be another bloody blue answer. Let's see, the correct answer is... No, jumped the shark now, going completely to the side. Red zone, 38,503. Tyson was the closest guess, off by about 2,000 actually, getting 1,272 points for that guess. Then CJ with 1,220, and then ABME 1,204. Yes, the largest audience at a Magic performance is 38,503, achieved by the Ehrlich brothers in Germany, in Frankfurt, Germany, on the 11th of June 2016. You thought we were going to talk about the card game. What do you think I am? Predictable? Yeah, clearly. Take that, Mulhern. Yeah, the Elric brothers in Germany, Frankfurt, Germany. That was the greatest or largest audience at a Magic performance at 38,000 in attendance. Nothing else to say on that. Well into the red zone, scoring the points there. Tyson doing the best. It was sort of in the middle of nowhere again. But Tyson did the best, all the way down to Oren getting 500 points for being just 10 within the zone. If you had guessed 30,030, then it would have been on the edge between the two. And anything lower than that, then that would have been a wrong answer, and you would have scored absolutely nothing. Okay, we've got one final question left in this round, and apparently Google has decided to listen in again. So, Google, what do you want to say?
I can't do that right now, but you should be able to do this using the message apps on your device.
You can't do what, Google? Hey, Google, what do you mean you can't do that?
I apologize for the misunderstanding. As an AI language model, I am not capable of independent thought or action in the real world.
Really?
I cannot listen in the same way a human can, nor can I speak directly to you. My previous response was likely a misunderstanding of your prompt.
I didn't even
I can, however, process information and respond to your questions and requests to the best of my ability. If you have any further questions or would like to continue our conversation, please feel free to ask.
Well, there you go. We've got one final question. Please press 1. Yeah, he's blaming me. He's gaslighting me. It's my fault.
God damn it, Siri, I said theory.
Thank you, the 100 bits there, JB. And I didn't even say theory. Anyway, question number 5. Have a look at this. You're playing this game for those sweet, sweet points, but tell us, how many total points have been scored in the history of the NBA as of the end of the 2023 to 2024 season? That's June 18th, 2024. Answer between 4.2 million and 25.69 million. That voice is Google Gemini, Alice. Yeah, feel free to use your slider. Mr. Vertigo, I think those guesses did not come in properly. Yeah, your previous guess was too small. It was out of range and would not have been accepted. Let's have a look at the answers that did come in, though. Yes, the history of the NBA as of the end of this season, or the 2023 2023 to 2024 season. Lowest guess is Flyboy and Alice, just securing their position with 4.2 million, and similarly Pyro on the other end securing their position with 25.69 million. And then, well, there's a lot of numbers in the middle. We've got Brian with all the 6s, we've got Chrono with a 7275375, we've got Aiden Me with the 8 million, Tadaro with the 10 million, we've got Aura with 10 454437, SJ with the 11237 BC with the 12345678, along with Ralph and Dev doing the same. Ian Dominic with the 12569, Tyson with the 13, lots of 069, Matt with just 1s and 3s whenever they feel like it, Opsy with 13597 I'm not going to read them all out, we'll just jump to Jake Pawson with 18658372, Milk with an even 20 million, and Shadowmane with 22,840,072. You can see all the others. Let's just split you up into 3 equally sized zones. Okay, reasonable sizes for the 3 zones here. Blue from the minimum 4.2 million up to 12,784,535. Green from that up to 18,121,016. And then red from that up to the maximum of 25,690. You don't love the green, says Oni. Well, green is the only zone that hasn't scored tonight. We've had 3 in the blue and 1 in the red. You don't get anything for 2 in the bed. But do we get anything in the green? Correct answer. We do get a green score of 13,674,031. Opsy off by about 100,000 or so from looks of things, getting 1,482 points for your guess. Matt was next best, getting 1,375, and then Tyson third best, getting 1,344 for your guess. All the way down to it, including Kart Quiz, getting 500 for being furthest away within the green zone. But blue and red getting absolutely nothing there. Anything else to add to that? The hoops that Poker had to jump through to verify this question were unbelievable. The hoops. But yes, 13 million points scored in the history of the NBA as of the end of the 2023 to 2024 season. It's a lot of points. It's a lot of points. And for Opsy, that is a lot of points. That's going to be... Oh, apparently I've just nuked out the proofing notes. That's going to be the end of the main game. Remember, the top 6 qualify for Special Relativity. Did you do enough? Did you get into Special Relativity tonight? Let's find out. Who's our top 6? At the back, we've got Topper and Suyu, Itogi and Flyboy, Wooly Back and Pyro, BC and Ralph, Cesaro and Milk, Silver Electron and Ian Dominic, Dragon and Natter, Colin and Drahuska, Puzzledan and Manic, SJ and TVP at Polska, Chrono and Mr. Vertigo, Paulista and CJ, Sportsy and Oren, Shadowmane and Jake, Vixen and Prugs, Shapes and Brian, Silent Marine and Oni, Matt and Tyson, just missing out as demand. Our top 6 are Dev, Alice, Opsy, Kart Quiz, Amy Me, and Espion. Those are our top 6 players. Solar Espion, ABMe208, Kart Quiz, Woke Quiz, Opsy Maths, Alice Kendall, and Hey Dev. Dev, you have all qualified for Special Relativity tonight. Everybody else, all those points you see before you there have been added to your Doots bank right now, all the way down to and including top up with 1,623 Doots. So congratulations to you all on claiming some Doots this evening, and also raising money for Extra Life as well, though it is still not over. We do still will claim bullseye guesses in the final round. It's going to be harder to track. It'll be harder to track, but we will be tracking bullseye guesses in the final round as well. Well done to the top 6. You are through to our final round tonight, also known as Special Relativity. So here we go. It's 5 questions to go. Only one can win Relativity outright tonight. We will give you some questions again. give me a numerical response. We will not be giving you a range this time round. You will have to... I know what I was doing. We will not give you a range of possible answers. You just need to give me a number and hopefully be as close as you can. Whoever is furthest away on each question will be eliminated. We rinse and repeat until only one player is left standing. Good luck, folks. Your first question is... I'll start that again. Your first question of Special Relativity tonight is... Hollow Knight Silk Song, Team Cherry's much anticipated sequel of the video game Hollow Knight, was announced over 5 years ago. As of 4:20 p.m. today, how many times was the game's announcement trailer viewed on YouTube? Answer now. We have one answer in. We've got 2 answers in. 3, 4, 5. Waiting for 1. Oh my god! That was about as close as it gets with the grace time there, Can't Quiz, Won't Quiz. Bloody hellfire! Right on the edge there. Wow. Almost can't answer, won't answer. But it did get accepted. So we have all 6 answers considered. Let's have a look to see what answers came through in the order they came through. Let's find out. First answer that came through was ABME with 1.2 million. Next was Dev with 8 million. So you take the lower and upper. Next was SB with 140 million. Dev, you're safe through. SB takes the upper. Alice with 10 million is down the middle. You're safe through. Opsy with 4.56 million. You're in the middle. You're safe through. And finally, Can't Quiz, Won't Quiz came in with 10 million in the middle. Safe through. That means our division point is set at 70,600,000. Anything below that, ABME, you're safe through to the next question. Anything above that, SB, you are through to the next question. The correct answer is... $7,423,893. You need to knock at least a 0 off the end there, SB, and even still, that would have been the greatest answer from everybody else. So unlucky there. Whilst it'll most likely be released for every platform under the bloody sun, the more important question is when? When? Just give us a date, Team Cherry. That's all we ask, says Danny and Poker. 7,423,893 views as of 4:20 p.m. today. Unfortunately, SB, that is the end of your run. Thank you very much for playing. You do claim 6th place, which is a bonus 10,000 doots in tonight's edition of Relativity, if memory serves. Yes, it is. Thank you very much for playing. ABME, your guess was good enough to keep you in the game, so you are safe through to the next question with 4 other survivors. So there's 5 players left in. Let's continue on. Question number 2 of Special Relativity is this. As of the 2020 US Census, how many people live in Intercourse, Pennsylvania? Answer now. We have 1 guess in, 2 guesses in. 3, 4. And Alice is in. Everyone has given me a guess. That there is time. Yes, it does say in. You're very right. The place right next to Blue Balls, says Tyson. I don't know. I don't have that information to hand, I'm afraid. Clearly, more local knowledge, that. Let's have a look to see what answers came through. Opsy's in with 17,000. Abeme's in with 20,000, so very similar values. You take the lower and upper. Dev's with a much lower number of 2569. Opsy, you're safe through. Dev takes the lower level. Cart Quiz with a guess of 9,000 is in the middle. You're safe through. And finally, Alice with a guess of 5,000, also in the middle. You're safe through. So it is difference between 2569 and 20,000, which sets our division point at 11,285. Anything below that, Dev, you're safe through. Anything above that, ABME, you are safe through. As of the 2020 US Census, how many people live in Intercourse, Pennsylvania? The correct answer is... 1,494, so even fewer still than what Dev had offered. ABME, unfortunately, that is the end of your game. You claim 5th place. Thank you very much for playing, and you claim 20,000 doots for your 5th place finish in tonight's edition. Dev, you were the closest guess out of everyone, but it still needs to be smaller still, but it's good enough to keep you in the game. You're safe through to the next question. 4 players left standing now. 3 questions remain in the game. I hope you're all doing well out there. Wish you all the best of luck on this next question, which is the following. Based on an analysis report for the National Lightning Safety Council, how many Americans lost their lives due to a lightning strike from 2006 to 2023? Answer now. We've already got a guess from Opsy. And from Can't Quiz Won't Quiz. And Alice was waiting for Dev. And there's Dev. How nasty a lightning strike that lasted for 7 years. Ugh. Well, a bit more than that. 17 years. My guess is way too high, says Dev. Well, let's have a look to see. 17 years, yeah. Let's have a look to see what you have guessed. Opsy with 77. And Cartquith with 201. So you set the lower and upper. Next, Alice with 500. Cartquiz, you're safe through. Alice takes the upper. And finally, with Dev, going with the same number as earlier, 2569. Alice, you're safe through. Dev takes the upper at 2569. Which means we get a division point of 1,323. Below that, Opsy, you're safe through to the next question. Above that, Dev, you are safe through to the next question. Remember that board game with the escape room? Yeah, I do remember that board game, Dev, yes. Vaguely remember this being one that surprised us. Was it Lightning Strikes? I can't remember if that was Lightning Strikes that was talked about there. I can't remember now. But I remember the game, the board game we were playing, but I didn't think it was Lightning Strikes. Anyway. 1323 is the division point. Lower or higher than that? Correct answer is... 480. It does go to Opsy in this case. And Alice, your guess was very, very close. You were off by just 20 in the end with your guess of 500. Dev, unfortunately, your guess of 2569, though it is a lovely mean number, it does not work out for you in the long run. And that is the end of your game with 4th place, claiming 35,000 doots. So thank you very much for playing and enjoy the 35,000 doots. Opsy, your guess is 77. It was quite low, but it's good enough to keep you through into the rest of this game. So let's slide you on through. Yes, according to the executive summary section of the sports-related fatalities, soccer and golf saw the greatest number of deaths due to lightning, with 13 each. Unlucky. Yeah, very unlucky indeed. And even though the report is slightly contradictory to itself in places, the overall number of 480 cases is indeed still correct. Dev had 690 for a hot minute too. Oh, wow. That would have been that would have been more close. That would have been more close indeed. It probably would have been in your favour, actually, if you did go with 690. But alas, the 2569 got you instead. 2 questions left to go in tonight's edition of Relativity. 3 players. Wishing you the best of luck. The question is this. According to Guinness World Records, to the nearest decibel, how loud was the world's loudest burp made by a male? Answer now. Opsy's already in. Well, it's Guinness World Records time, folks. Alice is in. Looking for one more guess. And Cartquiz is in. A male what? That's a good question, Manic. Male human. He's saying it's Furman. No, this one is not Furman. No. Sounds like it could be one that's Furman, but it's not Furman this time. No. No, this one is held by Neville Sharp and was set fairly recently, according to Guinness World Records. In 2021, no less. So yeah, you just have to pay $10,000 to burp, and then they measure it on a decibel scale. And here's the beautiful thing. The decibel scale, well, depends which decibel scale you're talking about as well. There's dBA, dBSPL, dBc, dB... Oh my god, there's so many. And yes, it is a logarithmic scale as well, but there are so many different decibel scales to work with. And if you are using a specific measure, you have to have the microphone in a specific distance away from the source for that measure to be accurate, because if it's not, then it's not, and oh my god. There's too many damn decibel scales. But we don't care. It's whatever number that Guinness World Records tells us it is. That's the number we're looking for. Let's have a look to see what you've gone for. Opsy with... That's a big number. That's a big decibel number. Someone needs to write into What If, I think, to figure out if 23,000 decibels would be enough to destroy the Earth. I have a feeling that probably would be quite enough to do quite a significant amount of harm. Alex with 110, far more reasonable number. Swap sides. And final guess, Cartquiz with a 22. I'm talking louder than that. But you take the limit. So Alice, I think you get a free ride into the final question here. And it's a difference of 11,511 decibels. Below 11,000 decibels. I never thought I'd ever say that. But below 11,000 decibels, Cartquiz, you're safe through to the final question. Above 11,000 decibels, Opsy, you're safe through to the final question. Yeah, correct answer. You needed to knock at least 2 digits off the end. 112 decibels. I think I've got this. Yeah, unfortunately, Opsy, your guess was far too off. It is a logarithmic scale, so as it increases, the actual perceived volume doubles. So it gets really loud very quickly. 112 decibels is the loudest burp made by a male, according to Guinness World Records, which is that's like uncomfortably loud, like at a rock concert or just sort of standing nearby an airport, that kind of thing. That's sort of 100 odd decibels is something like that. Yeah, record made by Neville Sharp at 112.4 decibels in 2021. Cartquiz, you're safe through to the final question. Opsy, you claim third place, which is 50,000 doots, and thank you very much for playing. Oh, and he's an Aussie. Never been prouder. A clip of him above, says Mr. Vertigo. Oh, well, you can go and watch the YouTube video at your leisure. Okay, it all comes down to this final question then. Wish you two the best of luck here, folks. Your final question in Special Relativity tonight is... How many Koopa Troopers appear in World 1-1 of Super Mario Bros. For the NES? Answer now. Alice is in. Cart Quiz is in. How many Koopa Troopers appear in World 1-1 of Super Mario Bros. For the NES? Twitch chat, what's your thoughts? What numbers? What do you think? Before I reveal anything, what do you reckon? 7 says Topper, 1 says Demand, 15, 10, 11, 10, 4, 10, 36, 0, 8, 3, 20, 23,000, 127. There's not that many. 3, 1, 3, 10. Some wild guesses going on. By the way, I'm not accepting any of your personal guesses as bullseye guesses. Only those that are in live play. But I will tell you at least one of you's got it right on the nose in chat. Let's have a look at the guesses that came through. Alice went with 32. Cart Quiz went with 3. So you swap ends, and the division point tonight is 18. If it is below 18, Cart Quiz, you are the winner. If it's above 18, Alice, you are the winner. The correct answer is... one. There may be 16 Goombas, but there are just one Koopa Trooper that appears in World 1-1 of Super Mario Bros. For the NES. So, Alice, your guess of 32 was just far too far away.
Cheer
Oh my
100,
God.
There's only one Koopa Trooper. Sung to the theme of popular terrace chant, there's only one Pericomo.
There's only one Koopa Trooper. Yes, unfortunately, Alice, 32, was 31 away from the correct answer. Means we do have to say goodbye to you, but you claim 75,000 as your second place prize. Cart Quiz, Woke Quiz, your guess of 3. It was 2 away from the correct answer, but it was good enough to make you the winner. Very well done, Cart Quiz, Won't Quiz. You are the winner tonight with 100,000 doots being paid out to you there. And that is the end of our edition of Relativity this evening. The link literally just provided right above you there, Colin, extralife.org, and all the extra bits there. Right, that brings us to a close. Thank you, JB Crew, JB, Danny, and Theory, and Poker also offering a question in there as well for that pack of Relativity tonight. And as JB says, I hope you did enjoy JB's very, very silly pack of Relativity this evening. There was a lot of fun reading through those questions, and you're all nearly bankrupting me. But I will make that payment later on this evening to Extra Life to make sure that we make that milestone and continue on with the charity drive from this point onwards. Really, really great stuff. Now, we do still have a wheel spin to sort out, and then we will be closing out the stream. We'll probably go raid it over to JB side of things to work to continue the Extra Life shenanigans. We are under 1,000 away from the 25.69. So if you can donate, the link has already been provided in chat. Go and give if you can, if you are able to do so. Do go and give to charity, give to Extra Life, and we'll see if we can get to the 25.69 threshold for the next milestone unlock. Right. Shall we have a look at the wheel? I think we should have a look at the wheel. So, let's do it!
Cheer 100 Ash, here we go, manifesting the jackpot.
Manifesting the jackpot! Oh, goodness me. We just hit it, though! Can't be hitting it again, surely! Oh, we nearly did! We actually nearly did! Instead, we are playing In the Grid to close out tonight's stream. So, I need to load In the Grid up. Give me a moment to do that, folks. And while you do that, let me go over to Nightbot and get the giveaway set up. Come on. Settings. Keyword giveaway. Everyone can. In the Grid go. It's the usual keyword, in the grid, if you want In the Grid tonight. Usual keywords apply. And let me load up the In the Grid tonight. In the Grid. And loading that up right now. Cool. And I'll also need to get music sorted. Music! Tipping point. Alright, yeah, tipping point. There you are. Game, sounds, music. Tension, 3-bed. There you go. There it is. All sorted. JB gets picked. Well, it could happen. If he's added himself into the pick list, then it could happen. And we are looking at Game B tonight, I see, yes.
Cheer 100 Manifest JB.
Manifest JB from Brian. Thank you for the 100 bits there. We will see what happens. Let me do that. Make sure that we're playing the right combination tonight. Which is Grid B. Haven't played B for a while, actually, so that could be fun. Let's have a look then. Who...
Cheer 100 Manifest tipping point.
Manifesting point. Well, we're playing the music already, so we've done that. Thank you for the 100 bits, though. Let's have a look to see who's playing In the Grid tonight. We've got Vixen. And alongside Vixen, we've got Ralph. Vixen and Ralph. Those are our players tonight in the grid. Let me get myself set up in Discord as well. Do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, and that, and bring Ralph through. Hello there, Ralph. How you doing? Oh, hang on. I can't hear you because I haven't set that up properly on my end. Switch you to cable input.
Evening.
There we go. Now I can hear you. There we are. How you doing?
Evening. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you now. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in.
Thank you very much.
And so it's going to be you and Alice. Not Alice, sorry. Vixen. Other names apply, actually. You and Vixen tonight. Let me quickly get the game configured. Vixen, where are you? Oh yeah, the sounds are new. I forgot that's a new thing. Do we have Vixen? There's a Vixen there. I'll bring them into chat as well. I just need to configure the players properly. Good evening, Vixen. How you doing?
I'm good, Ash. How are you?
Yeah, doing well indeed. Let me sort out the names. Vixen underscore 1985, because I did make that mistake before. Set player.
Don't need two of us again.
And then the Lupine 1 over on the right hand side. There we go. All configured. There we go. So, welcome back in the grid to both of you. Both played before. So welcome on in, and we'll see how this game shakes out. Each start with 10,000 as usual. And in tonight's grid, let's have a look at the distribution that we're playing with. So we've got 6 gold tiles, those are the cash tiles. We've got 3 green tiles, those are bonuses. 1 steel, which is the purple tile, 5 penalties, which is the red tiles, and of course 1 bankrupt that we must always avoid. That's how we're configured for tonight, folks. Cash is anything up to 20,000, so not as strong as usual. Bonuses up to 100%, steals up to 75%, penalties up to 95%, and of course bankrupts are, well, they're bankrupts. They're always bankrupts. That's what they do. So that is what we're playing with. And of course, 2 reveals each as well at your disposal that you can use at any point during the proceedings. And let's shuffle up and deal, I suppose. There we go. And let's get this game underway. Wish you two the best of luck. And Vixen, let's start with you. What would you like to do?
Play C4, please.
You would like C4, going for the explosive star. That's a very interesting choice. Audio seems a bit loud. That's fine, because I can turn that down. There you go. Have it be lower. There you go. Behind C4. Ooh, C4's a bonus. Well, that's an early start. I made them monospaced only. Yes, I did monospace them because there's a reason for that. Because we're about to see why. It's a bonus, Vixen. How much are we adding? 60%! Yes, it now counts, because I felt like I wanted to count it instead. So that goes up to 16,000 doots currently in your bank, Vixen, and one of the 3 bonuses played. Ralph, we now turn to you. You are behind by 6,000.
D1.
Going with D1. Okay, well, behind D1 we have got... It's a penalty. You're going to be losing some of your 10,000 here, Ralph. How much are we losing? 45%. Brings you down to 5,500. So you're behind by 10,500 doots right now to Vixen's 16,000 in the lead. Okay, Vixen. Do have quite a strong lead right now. There's still 6 cash tiles out there to add some extra bank. Plus the 2 bonuses. You've claimed one of them for your own earlier on. What are you doing next?
Can I play A1, please, Ash?
A1, sure. We can load up A1, going for the top left corner. And for you, Vixen, behind A1. Oh, there's another bonus. Just going to get through all the bonuses straight away, apparently. Means we are scaling your bank once again. How much are we adding? Oh, 90%. So nearly a doubling entirely of your bank. You're up to 30,400. Just like that. Ralph, you're behind by, well, about 25,000 at this point. You are playing some massive catch-up, though. If you can find the 1 steel tile, then you can easily balance that back up again.
A2.
A2. Going right adjacent to the green tile at A1 that was revealed. I mean, also, some good cash here would work out quite nicely. They are worth up to 20,000 in tonight's edition. Cash it shall be. How much cash are we adding? Words are hard, folks. It is the maximum 20,000 and has made this a very tight game indeed. You're only behind by about 5,000 up to 25,500. And there's still 5 cash tiles out there and they could all still be 20,000 apiece. There is no exclusivity rule here. Vixen, we come back to you. You do have the lead still, but it's only slight.
Can I peek behind D4, please?
You can indeed have a reveal of D4. I'll send you a message here on Discord. And for you, the colour but not the value of D4. Okay. And for you, I'll send you that. And with that in mind, what would you like to do?
I would like to play C2, please.
Going to play C2. Okay. What do you reckon, Ralph? What do you reckon Vixen's holding behind D4 there?
I don't want to hazard a guess.
Don't want to hazard a guess. Okay, playing some proper poker games here right now. We are going to be playing C2, and for Vixen behind C2 is a penalty. You are losing some cash of your 30,000. How much are we losing? 35%. Brings you down to 19,760. You have now lost the lead. Ralph now retakes the lead, but there's still a lot of gameplay to go. We're not even halfway through the grid tonight. Ralph, we're back to you. What would you like?
Can I have a reveal, please,
Yes, you may.
on A3?
A3, would you like a message on Discord?
Yes, please.
Alright, I shall do that in a moment, and we'll give you the colour but not the value of A3. Okay. And over to you we go and tell you that that is one of those things.
I'll have A3, please.
Just going to play it straight up, okay. So presumably a pretty good tile to use here. Behind A3. It is good, it is cash straight up. How much are we adding, Ralph? Another 12,500 doots brings you up to 38,000 doots ahead of Vixen's 19,760. Pretty much getting to doubling of Vixen's bank at this point. Vixen, turn back to you. What's your next move?
I would like to play D4, please.
Going to play D4. Holding it in reserve from earlier on, so clearly an advantageous tile to play. What's behind D4? It's bonus! So for those tracking along at home, Vixen picked the 3 bonuses right from the beginning of the game. First move was bonus, second move was bonus, third reveal was bonus, played elsewhere. Just did the complete sweep of all the bonuses in the grid. But how much are we adding to your current bank of 19,000 and a bit? 70%, which gets you close. You're up to 33,592, but you are not quite there. You are still behind Ralph's 38,000 by around 4,500, something along those lines. And just like that, all the bonus tiles are gone. There are no more left in the grid. The only ways to add value directly is on those 4 cash tiles still. There is 1 steal to sort of divvy it up a bit, the 3 penalties, and of course the 1 bankrupt to avoid. Ralph, we come back to you. We're about the halfway point now in the game. What's your next move?
Can I reveal C1, please?
Using your second reveal early on here, but may as well try and take an advantage as you can, and I'll give you information on the colour but not the value of C1. Okay. And there you go.
Can I have A4, please?
Going with the wonderful paper size of A4. I mean, it looks pretty good along that front row there, the first row, the green, yellow and yellow, so pretty positive, must be said. Behind A4 is a penalty. Paper size is my shtick, says Prooks. It's a community shtick, that's how it works. It is a penalty, Ralph. How much of your 38,000 are we losing? 80,000. That is a big crash down. You're down now to 7,600, losing the lead. Vixen retaking the lead on their 33,592. Vixen, we come back to you. You have 4 moves left to play in the grid. Ralph still has 3 moves left to play.
Can I reveal B3, please?
And you're using your final reveal fairly early on as well, and we will give you information on B3, the colour, but not the value of said tile. Okay. And there's your information for you.
Can I play D3, please?
D3, we shall do. Going down to D3. What do we reckon, Ralph? What do you think's behind D3?
Cash.
You thinking it's cash? Well, behind D3, as my face is making weird things, behind D3. No, it's the bankrupt. Vixen losing absolutely everything. Crashing down to 0. Means, Ralph, you now have the lead by exactly 7,600, and Vixen has it all to play for, but...
And that's why you implemented it, so it counts.
Oh, I mean, to get the count down to 0 does look so good. But yes, Ralph, you are now in the lead, but 7,600 can easily be attained by just a single cash tile in the grid. So you need to try and extend that lead as quickly as possible and try and avoid those 2 penalties that are still left in the grid.
I'll take C1, please.
Taking C1, which you had revealed earlier on, so you know this to be pretty good indeed at a cash tile. After this, there'll only be 3 other cash tiles to go. How much are we adding to your bank here, Ralph? 7,500 is basically a doubling of what you had. You're up to 15,100. Vixen, you have it all to play for now. You've got absolutely nothing. Hitting penalties will do absolutely nothing to you, though it'll make it easier for Ralph, because then he won't be able to hit them if you do get rid of them. There is the 1 steel tile still in play, and that can steal anything up to 75% of Ralph's current bank, so might be an opportunity to pick that right now if you know where that is. Vixen, what's your next move?
Play B3, please, Ash.
Gonna play the one you know. Playing B3. Ralph, what do you reckon is in B3?
Oh, I'm thinking I'm thinking this is going to be the steal.
You're thinking this is going to be the steal? Well, it is cash, straight up cash. How much cash are we adding, Vixen? 17,500 is enough to take the lead in this game. There are still 2 cash tiles left to go as well. 1 steal, 2 penalties to avoid. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Both players have used all of their reveals and they have expired said tiles, meaning they are now going in blind into the final part of the grid tonight. This is going to be so interesting. Ralph, this is your penultimate turn. What is your move?
D2.
Going on D2. What do you reckon is behind D2, Ralph?
Cash.
You reckon in cash. Vixen, what do you think's behind D2?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Chat, what do you think? What's behind D2? Red. Cash. What do you think? 12,500 cash. Today is going very specific. No comment. I'm sat with something interesting, says TV Polska. Well, I can tell
In
you.
the words of Septic Peg, it's a cash or a steel or a red.
Ball 35! Ta-da! If only we had Quitted as Ball 35 just making a random appearance. Behind D2 is a penalty. I'm going to change it up. How much are you losing, Ralph? 90%! It's basically as bad as a bankrupt at this point. You're down to 1,510. Vixen, you now have the lead by, well, about 16,000 at this point. This is your penultimate turn in the grid, Vixen. There are 2 cash tiles that are good for you. There's 1 steel tile that is sort of good for you because then it stops Ralph from being able to play it later on. But there is 1 penalty still to avoid.
B1, please.
Confirm B1, yeah?
Yes, please.
Going with B1. Max cash tonight is 20,000 on any individual tile mat. So not as big as it used to be. On grid A, the maximum is 25,000, but this one is a max of 20,000. Behind B1 is one of the 2 remaining cash tiles. This could be anything from 2,500 up to 20,000. How much are we adding, Vixen? It's the minimum tonight, 2,500, which brings you to an absolute even 20k. Ralph, here is the situation. This is your final turn in the grid, but Vixen will still have to play 1 more after this. There is 1 cash tile left, and it can be worth up to 20,000. So if you pick that, then you have to hope Vixen will hit the penalty afterwards. There is 1 steel tile, which can be anything up to 75% of Vixen's current bank, which could then potentially turn the tide. The one thing you do not want to hit is the penalty. If you hit that, that is your game over. You've got a 2 in 3 chance of going with something good. One of them is better than the other.
I'm going for a C3.
You're going to go with C3. What do you reckon, Vixen? C3, is it good?
As a player, I don't want it to be, but as Ralph's friend, I want it to be.
Chat, what do you think? C3, is it good or not? Brian says it's the steel. Polska says red. Tadara says 35% steel. God, 35% steel would be really irritating. No, because Ash isn't going to reveal 1 and give him a choice. No, it's not Monty Hall like that. It's a bullseye! No, I'm not adding another $20. A low cash. Red, so that stats stay consistent, says JPB. Behind C3 for Ralph. It's a penalty to the tune of 60%. You end your turn, end your game on 604. Vixen, you do have a free play here because, well, you're still able to play, and it's always going to be something good to add. The cash is obviously better for you than the steel would be, but which one is it? B2 or B4?
Let's go for B4.
B4 locked in. You want this to be the cash for the biggest extra bonus. It's the steal. How much of Ralph 604 are you stealing? 45% of it. It just add an extra 271 to your bank. Leaves Ralph on a nice 333. What a lovely end to the game there. Let's have a quick look to see what was behind B2. It was 10,000. It could have been an extra 50% of your current bank there at the end, Vixen. But still, 20,271 is pretty good to add. And let's pay those dudes out. And there you go. You have been paid out 20,271 Dutes. Vixen, thank you very much for playing. Ralph, unfortunately, did not work out for you tonight, but I hope you had fun.
Thank you very much.
No worries. And Vixen, winner tonight, 20,271. I hope you had fun.
Of course, as always, Ash.
That's good to hear. Well, that is in the grid for us tonight. Thank you again, Vixen and Ralph, for playing. Take care. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
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 All the goals connected to each other. Yes, they did indeed connect to each other orthogonally. We nearly had a red diagonal all the way across the board, but that got thwarted by the 17,500. And yeah, that brings us to a close in the grid tonight. There was one interesting end, must be said. We don't normally get to a point where there's imperfect knowledge at play. Normally there is at least one reveal held out for somewhere near the end game to try and manipulate the situation, but no, this time early reveals leading to a very interesting final scenario there. Is that a correctly coloured S piece? Is it a correctly coloured S piece? I don't know Tetris well enough to know if that's correctly coloured or not. Anyway, that brings us to a close on proceedings tonight. Usual continuity stuff. Tomorrow evening, Ben will be streaming at 8 p.m. Over on Royal_Flush, and we'll also be streaming as part of JB Henry's Extra Life stuff tomorrow during the day as well. I'll be over there. Topper will be over there. Ape will be over there. Prey will be over there. Loads of people will be over there hosting games, quizzes, etc. over on JB's Extra Life stream tomorrow throughout the entire day. Topper will also be doing his own stream on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. And that's pretty much all the continuity that I need to say, because basically it's go and tune over to JB, because we're going to go raid over there right now anyway. Go and raid over to JB Henry XIV for some more Extra Life shenanigans. Right, that's going to bring us to a close on proceedings tonight. I'm waffling a lot more than I normally would be at this point, but hey-ho, it is how it goes. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll be back next week with some more Quiz Night. We are 3 weeks away now from Quiz Night Live 2. My God, that is not far away at all. And I've got far too many things to do, but I will hopefully get them all sorted. Last chance to get tickets, because they will close. The general sales for tickets will close on Monday. So last chance to get them in right now. Wish you all the best, and I'll see you soon next Wednesday for some more Quiz Night. Take care. Have a good weekend. And Extra Life. Bye.
Cheer 100.
It'll be all right on the night.